Welcome to the MS&Me Radio Network. The broadcast shows are for informational and entertainment purposes only. They are not designed to provide listeners with specific personal, medical, or counseling advice. Individuals with a medical issue should always consult their healthcare provider. MS&Me is not responsible for content of individual shows. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own. Enjoy the show.
What is up, MS champions? This is your boy Chris Carter. Let's get right into today's segment. So today's segment, I want to talk about back pain with MS. And lately, for the past almost, I'll say, month now, month and a half, I've been having really, really bad back pain. And it started from from my lower back, and now it's gone up to the upper part of my back. And yesterday and the day before yesterday was very, very hard. I haven't had good sleep in about maybe, and this is no joke, about maybe 2.5 months. Not one day of really good sleep. I can go to sleep, and I guess that's my only time of relief. Then the pain is waking me up, or I either can't sleep because I'm in so much pain. My body's just not going to allow me to sleep. And that's very difficult, and that's also something I'm going to touch on. And so with this back pain, what it does to me, I barely want to get up and walk because I feel it more and more. When I breathe in, I feel it. And I went to the doctor, and they basically told me I'm probably have some inflammation there. But they didn't say they wanted to run scans. They didn't. It kind of seemed like, it might not be that big of an issue. And I'm not faulting them for that, but I am concerned because I'm like, it hurts, and actually today I took a Tylenol, and that actually gave me some relief. And I was like, Tylenol doesn't hurt for my other pain like all over anywhere else, but it helped with my back. So I was very, 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 I cannot say it enough, blessed for that. And so again, it hurts to walk, hurts to stand. It even hurts to lay in the bed. I can't lay on my back, laying on my side, laying in just anything. It hurts. And it really, yesterday, I was basically in tears because I'm like, what am I going to do? I have to go back to school soon in August. I cannot just let this pain take over, but I'm like, I have no control over it at this point because I have MS. I have to live with it, but this is getting out of control. So another thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start stretching more. I used to stretch in the morning, but it hurts now, not at my back. I can't bend or anything like that because it hurts so bad. And by it hurting so bad, it's really starting to take effect on my physical activities, except for, I'm pretty sure you guys can already know what I'm getting ready to say, my writing. I still find time to write. And I'm sorry if I keep saying and, but one thing I do want to do, I want to go to a masseuse and get a massage because I desperately need that. I just need a day of relaxation where I can forget pain. Even I know I'm probably be in pain, and I'm sorry to say it, but I know my body at this point. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that, but it's just like that's what I'm used to, I should say. So if I am, I'm still gonna enjoy it. I just want to have a day of relaxation because the back pain has gotten to the point where it's so bad, and I can't even sleep at night really, and it's hard to stay asleep, and it's hard, and it's uncomfortable. And by being uncomfortable, like I said, it's gonna start to take away certain things that I love to do. So one thing okay, I'm going to talk about this. The heating pad. I know I can only take the heating pad, but for so long before it's going to start to irritate me. And then I don't want that one spot that I have it in to go tender. So that right there that's an issue in itself because I can say the heat, it does feel good when it's on there because it feels like it's like, okay, I get that rush of like, okay, I don't have to worry about it. So if that makes any sense. But that's only going to last. I can't use the heating pad when I get up and walk to the store. I can't have that on there. So that's one thing that I'm like, oh, I wish I could, Two, Epsom salt bath. I love, love, love the Epsom salt bath, but lately it hasn't been working. And I'm not gonna lie, it never really worked, but I did used to get relief when I sat in that hot tub, and but I still be in a lot of pain when I sit in the tub, and I can't lie, I haven't sat in the tub in like maybe almost 2 months, but I shouldn't have said lately, but I remember the last couple of times that I did 2.5 months ago, it didn't work. So I'm just like, I don't see the point of doing it. And also, I'm really tall, and the bathtub we have here at my mom's house, it's kind of like small, too small a little bit. So I'm really tall, not really tall, but I'm tall, so I can't really fit in it. So and another thing, my mom has this balm that I need to keep using because she said the more I use it, the more it'll work. It just begin to work. So I'm really curious to see if that'll work because I don't want to keep popping Tylenols every day. That's something that I don't want to do. And but I will I think for the rest of the week if I need to. I'm I'm telling you guys, I went for a walk yesterday, and like I said, I was in tears because I'm like, this is horrible. I couldn't wait to come home, and it's still winter-ish outside, so cold and MS and rain and MS and stuff, and it was raining yesterday, and it was freezing, not freezing cold, but it was cold, and I'm like, I need to hurry up. I remember I wanted to run home, but I'm like, I can't even run because it hurts so badly. And I'm just yesterday I really had a moment because I'm like, I understand what my grandmother went through. I understand what people who have autoimmune diseases, who have health issues say. You never, you don't, they don't get a day of relief if they say that, if they're always complaining, if they have a smile on their face, but deep down it's more pain on the inside for them, but they're trying to push through and be happy. I have to do that all the time, every day of my life. And it's like, I know I have MS, so I can't just complain about it. This is what I have to live my life in pain. So, what, what do it, and like, you start questioning, I'm like, why me? What am I gonna do? Because I'm only going to get older. You don't get any younger in this lifetime. You get older. And I don't, I'm pretty sure it's ways I can, maneuver around it, and learn how to, I can't say control it, but, learn what to do with it, because I've been diagnosed for a year now. And, but when it comes strong. And I can say this, I always say I'm not where I was before I started treatment. That was horrible. The worst thing I've ever been through in my life. And but I'm like, it's still symptoms here. It's still pain. Medication, what does that do? It can suppress something, but it only suppresses it for so long until you have to take a new one. Or, that's why it's called a monthly infusion. It's only gonna suppress it and slow down the progression. So when I'm so sorry for that noise. Please forgive me. But yeah, so it only, will suppress it. So it's like, oh goodness, I can't. It in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I just want good sleep. I just want to rest. But I'm glad I found so much comfort. Like writing has always been my comfort, but like even more now that I'm sick, I can find a lot of comfort in it even more because if anything back hurting, I'm gonna write. I'm gonna push through with that writing if my back is hurting. And and when it's all said and done, My neurologist said in time I should get better because I'm on one of the most effective treatments, which is Tysabri. But lately I haven't been feeling that, and that's the God's honest truth. And I'm the first one, not the I'm just saying generally, I'm the first one to say I'm blessed for Tysabri because it saved my life. You know, like I said, I'm not where I was a year ago. Thank goodness, because that would have been horrible, so horrible for me. And as I talked about in another segment, I don't want to keep losing my hope, losing my faith, because I have to be stronger than that for myself. If anything, I can't just fall victim to my disease just yet. I know I can't, and I don't want to, but it's always easier said than done. And this back pain, the other, my sometimes my dizziness, the falling, that is a lot on me, you know. And thank God, I'm home all the time because I don't like falling in public, especially when my mom isn't around, my grandfather, stepdad, anybody, friends, somebody isn't around to help me up, or, I I just don't, it's like, it's not an embarrassing thing, but it's like reality really sets in when you have symptoms. And yeah, especially yesterday when I was really getting emotional, I'm like, wow, I'm still dealing with this. And I don't know, to be honest with you guys, I don't know if I'll ever be able to. Well, I know I will be. Excuse me for, I was getting ready to say, I don't know if I'll ever be able to cope with it, but it's always going to be a thing of, when I'm in pain, I just want relief. And maybe as I get older, I'll definitely get better with that, and I feel and I know probably I will get better. Know knowing what to expect, because I know what to expect already. But like I said, when it hits hard. You know, and I can't. And it's hard for you to function. Like, for example, having to drop all my classes for college, that was very hard for me to do, but I had to do that for myself because being sick all the time, and it's hard to focus. It's hard to even sit down in a class. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And this really makes me regret, as I talked about in the first segment, I regret not graduating from college before I knowingly was sick, because why I should have focused. Like, things happen for a reason, and I'm glad it's made MS has made me go harder. But I'm like, it puts it everything into perspective as well. Why didn't I listen to my mother? Why didn't I choose to keep going to school, dropping in and out of college? It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't for me at that point, at that time. And you're young, you want to do what you want to do, but had I listened, at least I would have had that degree, and school wouldn't have been something to worry about. Now, trying to get my degree, it's going to take a bit longer. It's going to take a bit much of my power, of much more of my energy, because when I come home, I'm not ready to do homework. I'm ready to lay down. And a little secret, now I didn't do this all the time, but sometimes I did. Like the day before I had to go back to class, or the night of the morning I had to be at class, that's the night I was doing homework, because the whole week I'm drained, I'm tired. When I come home from school, I'm coming right to my bed. You know, it's not easy. And now that, I've had back pain, with MS, but it's getting excessive. It's like, and back pain is one of the worst pains you can ever feel. Like, and in college, classes are an hour long. I don't think classes are 45 minutes long. Most of them are going to be an hour, and at least an hour long. And that hour is not long to some others, but to me, especially in my condition, that's long. That's long for my body. It's long for me mentally now, because once my body is telling me, nope, it's too long, mentally I'm ready to go. I'm like, I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. last semester, so many mornings I had to get up and push myself, and it's not easy. I've talked about this before, and I'm just wondering, had I still been in school right now during this back pain, this would have been so not good for me. And I know, I'm sorry, I preempt things a lot, but I've stated this before as well. My health is coming first, regardless now. You know, if I have to put school on pause, I'm gonna get that degree and I'm gonna work for it. I promise myself that. But health has to be first priority now because one, I'm not gonna fall into a relapse and trigger an active flare because of stress. That I'm not gonna do. I pushed through the pain last semester. I know I can do it again, but it's a little bit harder now. You know, I go up, I go down. That's a part of MS, you know. So that's one thing you guys should always be aware of. You're going to go up, you're going to go down. Your health comes first. Remember that. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone try to tell you what your symptoms are. Oh, you're exaggerating. Don't let anyone tell you that. You know what's up, especially us with autoimmune diseases, us with MS. We know what goes on inside of our bodies. So we don't have to explain that to anyone at the end of the day. We really don't. And so, even through my back pain, I've still been going to my safe haven, church, because I feel like that's one place I can let it all out, can talk to my Lord, and just be there, you know, and feel good positive energy. Not saying I get good positive energy here at home, and you know, my music and my writing and everything that I always speak about. But it's something about church, you know. I hope you guys understand me with that too. And I can't be more thankful, you know, and I'm not going to lie either. It was hard for me to go to church about 2 weekends ago because I really didn't feel good, and I almost got ready to say, "No, I can't go." But I'm like, "No, let me get up and let me push through this." And I know, like, if I can't make it to church one Sunday, I am gonna stay home, you know, and probably what I think the church I go to, they have like broadcasting streaming and stuff, so I'll probably go online and plug it on my HDMI cord. You know, that's kind of off topic, but you know, I'll probably do that. But you know, that's one place. And then a couple people prayed for me before I had an upper endoscopy done, and they prayed for me there, and it helped so much because it helped me relax. It helped me know that everything was gonna be okay. And I'm gonna go and have them pray for my back pain as well, and just everything with overall MS because it's a lot. It's a lot. And you know, I want to talk about this too going into the end of this segment. I never thought MS would be taking a toll on me emotionally because it's starting to. I don't want to have to deal with this, but I know I have to. But something that I constantly worry about is I don't want this to affect anything, though it is, and though it's going to change everything, and it's changed everything. I still want to be normal Chris, and I can be, and I will be, but it's going to have to be limits. And as I always say, I look at this as the best thing that happened, the worst thing that happens to me, but the best thing that happens to me. But I'm sorry, just back pain. It's totally, totally something that it. Those of you who've had back pain before, you will definitely know what I'm speaking about because that's such a hard thing to push through, and all you want to do is just lay down and go to sleep and sleep through it. So I even more power to the MS warriors who have jobs and have to work and have a family, kids, the mothers, the fathers who are battling MS, knowing that they have to get up, and those warriors, those are some of the warriors that I can look up to because it's like, wow, they can do it, I can do it, and I know they're tired. You know, they probably, it's been days, and there's days that's gonna come. They were like, oh, I want to give up, say a MS father or MS mother has a son and a daughter, or son, son and daughter generally, who plays soccer, and they're having this back pain, or they're having their symptoms with MS, and knowing that it will crush their child's heart and soul if they didn't come to that game. And it's like, as a parent, and that's the thing, like, especially as an adult, I know it's like, you don't want to use this disease. I'm not going to say this is not, and well, I'm not saying it's an excuse for us, because we still have to live life. But I'm saying this is a reason for us to take breaks, you know, catch our breath, take breathers and everything. But you don't want it to get the best of you, because once you start to give up, it's gonna start, and it's really gonna make us feel like we're gonna fall victim to the disease, and that's something that I just can't do. So, in closing, for my back pain tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna try the oil. I want to try that oil rub that my mom used, because I think, yes, Tiger Balm oil rub, and my grandfather has used it. My grandfather, he's sick as well, and he gets really, really bad knee problems and back problems as well, and he said it works wonders. So I'm definitely gonna give it a try. And to be honest with you, I think the reason why I haven't tried it, I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it, is because I I I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I've kind of given up on medicines. And I think I said this in a segment before. I might not have, but I'm gonna say it again. I sometimes I want to be like, no, I'm not going to no infusion. I'm tired of being stuck, because that's where I was last infusion. I was tired of being stuck. I'm done. If I relapse, oh well. You know what I did with symptoms any other time, but I had to quickly bring myself up out of that mindset, because that was me falling victim to it, and I'm blessed that God has put that strength in me, that battery in me, that backbone inside of me, that I have that strength to come up out of those moments. And I'm sharing this because I want to be raw and uncut, and it's real. You get tired of taking medicine. You get tired of being stuck. You get tired of always not feeling good. And you other MS, I'm talking about all of us. You know what I'm talking about. But it's like, if something is technically helping and keeping the progression, why won't I go take it? A needle, it's only going to last for, maybe 3-4 hours. Then I get to go home, and I get home and rest. So that's the part that always seems to just bug me out. I'm like, here we go. The morning I have to be stuck. I'm tired of being stuck with the needle. It's not fun at all. Though I'm I guess, quote unquote, big boy, still, it hurts. And then it's reality for me. Every time I go there, I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I have MS. I'm sick. So time for me to go in there, get this infusion. But, I'm blessed at the end of the day. Wrapping this up, blessed I can still at least walk. It hurts to walk through this black pain. Like I said, it makes me not want to when it hurts, but if I can, I'll get up. I'm blessed to be able to do that. God is watching over me, and he has not failed me. Even with this illness, I'm never going to say God has failed me, because this is a test, and it's the test of my faith. So thank you for listening, MS Champions, MS Warriors, and I love you guys. Follow me at my social medias. My Instagram for awareness is Young MS Warrior. Young is spelled regular, because we youngsters use slang a lot. But Young MS Warrior. My YouTube, I need to start filming something. I have one video that I need to post. Seriously, it's from like months ago, but yeah, I need to post it really soon. And that's the same name, Young MS Warrior, as well. And I love you guys again. Thank you for so much for tuning in. This is Chris Carter, the MS Warrior. Let's do this. Let's fight.